million people cross this border for the first time ever. You're confident this border is secure?
We have a secure border in that is a priority for any nation, including ours and our administration. But there are still a lot of problems that we are trying to fix, given the deterioration that happened over the last 4 years. We also have to put in place a law and a plan for a pathway for citizenship.
That was the Vice President there telling NBC's Chuck Todd that the border is secure. In a sit-down interview for Meet the Press, Kamala Harris was asked whether she was confident the southern border of the United States was secure, given that 2 million people crossed it for the first time ever this year. VP Harris said the US is a secure border, and that's a priority for any nation, but there are still issues that need to be fixed. She then shot back with a snide remark about the deterioration about the last 4 years, insinuating that the Trump administration could be to blame. That's a pretty brave comment to make, considering during Trump's time in office, there were over 977,000 encounters throughout 2019 and 458,000 throughout 2020. But within 2021, under Biden, there was over 1.7 million, and already in 2022, there has been over 1.9 million. When the Biden administration came into power, VP Harris was named the border czar, meaning that she was in charge of figuring out what to do. She has copped intense criticism for the lack of press conferences on it and the fact that she's only visited the border once last year in El Paso. The situation at the border is one of the biggest issues facing the United States today. There are record amounts of illegal immigrants crossing it daily, some with previous criminal records. In fact, in May this year, Customs and Border Protection came across the largest number of migrants arrested or encountered at the southern border since 2000. Within the month, CBP encountered a record 240,000 migrants at the southwest land border. That is 60,000 more than in May last year and 100,000 more than in May 2019. In May 2020, there was only 23,000 encounters, which could be put down to the fact that the country was in a COVID lockdown. The comments from the Vice President angered a lot of people online who do not believe the border is secure. One person wrote, "Shocking that her statement wasn't adequately questioned, yet another example of the media being nothing more than an arm of the D Party." Another said, "More lies straight to your face." Pack of lies, someone else wrote. Finally, "They know they're lying, we know they're lying, they know that we know they're lying. What's the GOP going to do about it? This administration needs to be impeached." Fox News' The Five discussed VP Harris's comments, including Chuck Todd's line of questioning.
At some point, Kamala Harris loses all credibility, or do they just not care whether or not anyone really believes them?
She's already lost credibility, and she doesn't care because Chuck Todd doesn't care. I have a beef with Chuck. So he's supposed to be this big deal. He's probably getting paid way too much. This is the pristine premiere show on Sundays. Who was the old guy that used to do this show? Tim Russer. Now, he had chops. He would go after your throat if he thought you were a liar. His first question is the border secure? And you know what her answer was? Well, we have to pass amnesty. What?
Yeah.
Every person in Central America that sees that clip says, pack your bags, let's go north. They're giving out amnesty. And then his follow-up question, after she says it was secure, he goes, well, 2 million people crossed. And then she hems and haws and says, well, Trump broke the border. We're just fixing what Trump did. How does Chuck Todd not have any sort of follow-up question? How does Chuck Todd not ask about all the Democratic mayors that are complaining about a few dozen busloads of migrants? How does he not ask that question? It's one of the biggest stories in the country. And he goes, yeah, border secure. She's like, yeah, it's secure. He's like, yeah, it's secure.